All right, it's Friday, which means it's time to deploy. Jim, how was your week? Everything good?
Yeah, great week, great week. Looking forward to the end of it. Bron's hassling me for a walk back there, so just just waiting for.
Just lean over to the side. Let's get a good look at her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, there she is. She's like, when is this show going to end? Come on. You don't need to
yeah,
do this.
yeah.
All right. Awesome.
How about you? How's your week?
Oh, it was good. That's good. Same thing, dog walking, et cetera, et cetera. So,
Yeah,
coding, video creation. So all the things as it were. Let's not keep our dogs waiting.
yeah.
Because I got to walk mine at some point. So we'll get into the news here. So this is a new blog post from us called Introducing Git Protections. This is a feature that is coming, and Harriet here wrote a little bit about this. And essentially, what this is a capability that allows you to more tightly define protections that are for projects that are underpinned by source control. So as you know, with config as code, we can emit to VCS backed projects. And so the idea here is that features of Git protections allow us to have customizable rules. So you define rules that are tailored for your project's needs, specifying which branches or tags are permissible for deployment. So you can control basically the tags that are responsible for deployment. Or alternatively, if you want, you can mitigate risks associated with unauthorized or outdated Git resources used in production and other sensitive environments. So that's basically around enhanced security. Like I said, it's a feature that's coming. And so you can see here an example of an external repository rule that's based off of a Git repo. So here, add rules to restrict which branches and tags can be used for steps that source files from an external Git repository can use. And so you specify them here. You can also use wildcards for this. So that's really nice if you're using a specific sort of syntax for your branches. A lot of times people will define branches very creatively. Bug dash one, bug dash two. So there you go. And then project repository rules. This one, I think most people have seen some variants of this, but the idea is that I can restrict which branches and tags can be used as source for the deployment process and variables when creating releases in the channel. So anything that's tagged of this sort of variety, so I can specify like, hey, anything with a V prefix is going to be obviously a deployment. So I can use that as part of that. And so in the conclusion here, we talk a little bit about how this is going out. So Git protection started rolling out to cloud instances in late 2024. Self-hosted customers can expect this feature later this year. So the vast majority of our customers are self-hosted, and so they'll be getting that a little bit later. So there you go. That's introducing Git protections. Webinars. We've had a lot of webinars recently. We had one this morning. So we had the one-on-one hosted by myself this morning. We've got a really, really nice one that is going to be coming up on August 14th. This is featuring Phil Hallman from GitHub. He's a field CTO. And we're also going to have Bob Walker, who's our field CTO. And together, Winder Twin Powers Activate, I guess, they're going to be talking about DevX and deployments with GitHub Copilot. So for those who don't know, we actually have a extension for GitHub Copilot for Octopus. So what that allows you to do is with an IDE like experience like Visual Studio Code, you can query a Octopus instance via Copilot. And so Phil and Bob will be talking about that and other things, the AI revolution that's coming. This is all happening on August 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to register for that. And you can check that out. We have other webinars that are coming up. We have the continuation of our CodeFresh 101. The first one kicked off a couple days ago, and our next ones are on August 20th and on September 3rd. And so these ones are going to feature GitOps and Argo, and then environments and promotions. So make sure to sign up for those. Later on this month, we're going to continue the trend around Kubernetes and talk a little bit about workload reliability best practices. So we have Liam and Frank talking about that. And then this one I'm going to be co-hosting with members of the Octopus Cloud team. And together we're going to be talking about how we use Kubernetes ourselves to create, build, manage, etc. Octopus Cloud with Kubernetes. So that would be kind of like a lessons learned webinar. So make sure to check that out. That's on August 27th. And then wrapping up, we've got the one-on-one next month as well. So lots and lots of webinars. You can find out more by visiting our website, octopus.cloud.com/webinars. Really getting the speaking there today. So the News Stack is a well-documented site. It's got a lot of great articles on here. We posted a lot to this. One recently that has been posted by Andy entitled DevOps Success Isn't Always Numbers Going Up. So up and to the right, I think, is most people's thinking. That always isn't the case, but understanding relationships in your data is as important as the trends. And so Andy here shares a little bit of insight here as to stories around what were some of the signals of a bad situation. And so he talks a little bit about metrics can indicate success as long as numbers go up and to the right, right? So,
Right.
yes, that's right. So one of the things that we actually share within the context of Octopus, which makes it relevant for this, is DORA metrics. So we have a variety of insights that are shared through there. Mean time to resolution, average number of deployments, etc. These and other sort of metrics you can track built into the Octopus product itself. Those don't always go up to the right. Sometimes you want those numbers going down. So mean time to recovery, for example, always a good one to have a low value for. You want to have a low value because it means that you can quickly recover from a downtime of doing deployment. So that's essentially what he's talking about here. But Andy's always a great storyteller, so I'd highly recommend you check this out. Again, DevOps success isn't always numbers going up. You haven't submitted a session for Shipped yet, have you?
I haven't.
Do you want to? Are you looking at maybe share a story or two?
I've been guilt tripped about it already, so yeah, I'm definitely probably looking to.
Not by me. Come on, not by me.
Not live on air.
No. Shipped is our virtual event. We kicked this off last year, and if you want to check this out, you can go to octopus.com/shipped. You'll see a bunch of videos there. We had Paul, Colin, a whole bunch of other folks talking about Octopus, and this year we're opening it up to members of the public to speak. And so this is going to be 2 days, November 20th and 21st. We're a bit ways away, but that's okay. So we have an open sessionize that you can go ahead and submit to. We have a number of sessions that have already been submitted, but we are looking for folks like you, speakers who want to share their stories around what they've done around GitOps, Argo, Kubernetes, continuous deployment, use with Octopus, whatever and anything else. You can go to our sessionize and submit a session there. If you don't feel brave enough, that's fine. You can simply save your seat, and we'll send you a link for the event when it occurs. But again, octopus.com/shipped. Make sure to check it out. I expect a session from you, Jim.
It'll happen.
I'm putting the pressure on. Speaking of events, we have a few events coming up. KubeDay Australia occurring in Melbourne, rather. If you're in Melbourne, October 15th, we will be there. We're going to be hosting an event here as part of this, and we'll have a whole bunch of folks available there. There's also KubeDay in other locations as well. You can check all this out on the Linux Foundation website, linuxfoundation.org. We're also going to be in San Francisco for GitHub Universe. We have a really, really exciting booth that we're going to be at for this. You're going to be really surprised at what we do here. I can't share all the details yet, but we will be at GitHub Universe. We will be right center stage next to GitHub on the show floor. And we're really looking forward to this. This is going to be a great event. We're going to be talking a lot about GitHub integration. I'm going to be talking about Copilot. We're going to be talking about AI, etc. So we're one of the platinum sponsors for this event. So we're really looking forward to seeing you there. And hopefully you can partake of some. This is the closest I'll get to revealing. You'll be able there to partake some of the things we have on offer. So that's as close as I can get to saying what we're doing without doing the thing. So there you go. Awesome.
Cool.
We'll also be at KubeCon in Salt Lake City, but we mentioned that a number of times. And yeah, so there you go. Anything to wrap up this edition of Deploy Friday, Jim?
No, nothing on me. I'll be off to prepare my talk by the sounds of it. So
there you go. I love it. Yeah. Remember, octopus.com/shipped. I love it. Thank you. Nice callback. Anyways, if you happen to stumble upon this, feel free to like and subscribe. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one next week. Until then, happy deployments, everyone. Take care.